India's Mohammad Azharuddin won the toss and chose to bat on an Old Trafford ground that had been flooded barely 24 hours earlier. The ground staff had worked through the night. Conditions were near perfect. Our commentators Colin Cross, Sanjay Mandraker, Mark Pugash, Imran Khan and Ravi Shastri. Third ball of the morning, Wasim to Tendulkar.
And Tendulkar is off the mark here. First runs on the board for the Indians. With those couple of runs, Tendulkar has reached 1,000 runs in World Cup cricket. Only the third player to do that after Javed Miandad and Vivian Richards. Wanting the single, sent back, he'll have to hurry. And a direct hit might have had him in trouble. He'll get a single nevertheless.
Lot of tension showing there. Poor running by Sachin, almost ran himself out. Ran very quickly. And Saeed Anwar. Poor collection by Moin Khan, who's playing with a broken finger.
Shoaib Akhtar. He goes for the pole and gets it away. Now this is a tremendous shot. He's not quite timed it, but someone of Shoaib Akhtar's place to be hit just wide of mid-on just shows you how quickly the batsman has picked up that length. So round the wicket here, Shoaib Akhtar. Nicely played by Ramesh. That ball's travelling. That raced away to the backward point fence. Oh, that's put away by Ramesh. Nicely on top of it and hit it in front of square.
A good mix of Pakistani and Indian supporters. Even enjoying themselves. Wasim Akram shouts at that, and that could very much be close, because that looks as if it was just pitched. Perhaps leg stump, outside leg stump. Very good ball.
Well, beaten definitely on this occasion was Sachin, but the ball may have just pitched only inches outside the leg stump, not too much.
Razak around the wicket to Ramesh. And he's bowled him. What a good ball. I think that kept a little bit low. Playing around it, maybe aiming to mid-wicket a little bit. Razak has struck. He has been a brilliant medium pacer for Pakistan. It's 37 for 1, and Pakistan have gotten their first breakthrough.
You'll see here he's deceptively quick in the air. It's the angle that does Ramesh. He's not sound in defense. Ramesh tends to play casually over balls for an opener. And on this occasion, paying the penalty, playing all over that full-length delivery from Razak. So an important wicket for the Pakistanis. Ramesh gone for 20, is 37 for 1.
The new batsman is Rahul Dravid. But pitched up here, passing between bat and pad, the middle and leg stump disturbed. Razak to Dravid. Plays that nicely through square leg on the front foot, and that's the pleasant thing about it. This is going to be 4. Very well played. On the front foot, perhaps the ball coming into the leg stump and onto the front foot. Razak would not be pleased about that. Azhar Mahmood. Very well played there by Sachin Tendulkar. Going to be looking here for 3, if not 4. They just squeeze it into the wideish fine leg boundary for 4. Beautiful shot by Sachin Tendulkar. This is going to go wide if the man had fine leg. Again, badly directed here. Razak to Sachin Tendulkar, and he's pulled that away. I mean, that was with disdain. He hit that as if the bowler was not even there. That was a shot, I think, of authority. One he's suggesting is going to show Pakistan this morning. He's come out to do business.
Azhar Mahmood, Tendulkar.
That's a wonderful shot. The middle of the bat, and the man at mid-on just could look around to his left and escort the ball to the boundary. That's absolutely perfect on drive. Timing and placement.
100% strike rate against Azhar Mahmood as he prepares to bowl again to Tendulkar.
Again, Tendulkar not timing this well. Might just get two. There could be a little bit of a mix-up here. Then eventually settles for one.
Saeed Anwar in the walls after fielding that ball.
And this is how he did it. You can see there, just losing balance, twisting that left ankle. We already have one Indian player not playing this game because of a strained ankle, Sourav Ganguly.
Sack lane to Dravid. Mid-on and mid-off are up, inviting the shot over the top. And there it is. And something for Sack lane and Wasim to think about. Here's Azhar Mahmood to Dravid. And he's going to pick up 4 more. And that's going to do nothing for Wasim's mood.
Tendulkar on strike now.
Here's Azhar Mahmood to Tendulkar, down the pitch, in the air, out! Saqlain Mushtaq takes the catch, and Pakistan have their prized wicket. Tendulkar is furious with himself. That's ignited the Pakistan support at Old Trafford.
Well, I think what's done Tendulkar here is he doesn't know the man has gone back. He's dropped back from mid-off to long-off just for that delivery, and he's picked out Saqlain Mushtaq. He will be very disappointed because he's done all the hard work. He had his eyes on a big score, and he's thrown his wicket away here. He's gone for 45, India 95 for 2.
The new batsman is AJ Jadeja. Comfortable 2. Sam Malik is the fielder out on the deep cover boundary, and after 23 overs India have brought up the 100 for 2. It's gone straight through Wasim. He's going to cost his side at least 1 run, maybe 2. That's well run by Jadeja. Well, he can't get frustrated with anybody else apart from himself on this occasion, Wasim Akram. Mahmood to Jadeja. Well, very well caught indeed at slip. Inzamam is the catcher, and Jadeja surprised by the amount of bounce there. Inzamam is in the wars after catching that. I don't know whether he's dislocated a finger or maybe split the webbing, but he's held on to a fine catch, and India have lost their 3rd wicket at 107.
Well, what an effort by the big man. This is a good delivery. It's bounced on Jadeja, opened him up. And look at the big man there. Goes flying across to his right, comes up with the ball in his hand. That's a good catch. And that's the value of having a slip for a new man. It's paid off. I think he's gone to see the physio here in Zamam. Jadeja gone for 6. India have lost their 3rd wicket. 107 for 3.
The Indian captain comes in to replace AJ Jadeja. Well, there are plenty of comments made about Inzamam and his fielding, Ravi. This was a fine effort.
Very fine effort, because the ball was dying down on him. Kept his eyes on it. In fact, caught it with 2 hands. He's injured himself in the bargain.
And that's dropped. It's actually dropped. A very difficult chance for Ijaz Ahmed. He's at the wideish gully. That was hit really, really hard. Ijaz Ahmed is going to be a little bit disappointed that he's already injured even before the ball is hit towards him. Rahul Dravid hits this hard.
Well, that was a straightforward catch, really. It's really how Pakistan have fielded today. It's been very poor fielding. It was hit hard, but actually for a fielder of Ijaz's caliber, who's one of the best fielders in the team, he should really have caught that.
Well, that's the first 4 of this partnership, and a fortunate one for Rahul Dravid. Shoaib is frustrated. Now the breeze isn't going to help his drift from the Warwick Road end, is it, Sanjay? As Dravid reaches his 50. 50 not out for Rahul Dravid off 70 balls. His 5th score of 50 or more in 7 matches in this World Cup. Shoaib back into the attack. He's bowling to Rahul Dravid. 1 slip in. All sorts of things happening there. Just for a second, Dravid was fearful that he was going to play on. Then he thought about trying to steal a single.
Well, when he played the shot, he would have expected the ball to go further than that. It's just about a foot away from the wickets.
And the 150 up for India. Azim to Dravid. It's only going to be 1. That brings up the 50 partnership. It's come off 89 balls. In the air and out. Well caught indeed by Shahid Afridi. And what a blow that is, because Rahul Dravid has really been the cornerstone of this Indian innings. But just as he tries to accelerate, he falls to Wasim Akram. And India are 158 for 4 in the 40th.
Well, this was on the cards. The pressure was beginning to build on Rahul Dravid because his captain wasn't really scoring freely enough. And you can see this Rahul Dravid is not a natural player of the lofted shot. Just chancing his arm on that occasion. He had no choice really. And it's again Akram back in the attack and picking up a wicket. Seeing that happen so often. Rahul Dravid gone for 61 and 158 for 4 are the Indians now.
Here's the new batsman, Robin Singh. Now here is the first sign of real aggression. Just for a second, he must have thought that he was going to be caught. But Shahid Afridi couldn't quite bring off his second excellent catch in as many overs.
Well, the wind doing the trick here. It was hit against the wind. Shahid Afridi thought it was coming to him quite safely. In the end, falling a yard short of him.
They'll be looking for two, and they'll come back for it easily enough. 41 overs bowled, India 169 for 4.
That's 4 overs, just 9 runs for the Indians. Certainly not what they want in the last 10 overs. Very good effort by the Pakistanis in the field. Now Robin Singh decides he's going to change that. That's 6. From the time that came off of the bat, that was sailing over mid-wicket for 6. That's the first 6 of this innings. And more particularly, it might just have given India a little bit of an impetus for these last 5 or so overs. Tremendous stroke this.
Well, Robin Singh, very hard hitter of spin bowling. And here he connects the ball with the wind. And I think that's gone out of the ground very high up. Huge 6.
Bakhtar coming in now to Mohammad Azharuddin. Full toss, just short of the fieldsman. But again, a brilliant stop. There could be 2 here. There is 2. What a hustle.
At one stage, India were looking for 300 almost, and now would be lucky to get around 220.
Second Mushtaq to Mohammad Azharuddin. Again, the swipe was attempted.
Azhar struggling. Robin Singh wanting the strike. A lot of pressure on Azhar. He knows he's got to get runs. And here we see, oh, that was a stumping chance. Azhar missing it completely, and Moin Khan struggling. Moin Khan playing with a broken finger. Not easy to keep wickets with a broken finger. That was an easy stumping chance.
But this time he really gets hold of it, Azhar, and it's hit straight over long on. That's gone straight into the crowds. The Bakhtar now. That was hit airborne, but very well hit because it's going to get 4. That ball is going to just trickle into the boundary. Very, very well hit by Mohammad Azharuddin. I think he was aiming perhaps through mid-on and long on. It went over mid-wicket. The result is positive 4. Bakhtar now gathering himself up from his Stretford end. Bowls to Azharuddin. He drives. Wonderful shot. That's going to be 4. That's his 50. What a way to bring up your 50. That's probably the best shot he's played in this entire innings. Mohammad Azharuddin's first 50 of this World Cup, and he would be very pleased with this effort. The Indian supporters are. Makram coming in for the penultimate over now to Mohammad Azharuddin. He smacks that through extra cover region. They're going to run for 2 here. Saeed Anwar just getting his hand to it, perhaps saved 2. This was hit hard, so it might just have gotten for 4. This is a nice shot again by Azharuddin. He might just get, now he just gets 2 here. Again, just about leg stump from Wasim, inside out. Azhar just gets 2. Makram now into Indian captain again. He drives this time. It's very much airborne, and the man at backward point takes a very, very easy catch straight into his lap. Jaz Ahmed. India have lost. Their 5th wicket is 218 for 5.
Here's Wasim bowling the away swinger. Azhar hits it hard but straight to Ijaz Ahmed at point. Unlucky for Azhar and a good breakthrough for Pakistan, because Azhar was going in full flow right now and Pakistan would like a new batsman to come in.
To Robin Singh. He runs this one very quickly and they might just get two. Abdur Razak looks a little bit wounded.
Very heavy outfield. It was underwater yesterday, so they're all struggling with either they are slipping, straining. And there's Razak. He's a key player for Pakistan.
It's 10th over, no wicket for 50. Shoaib Akhtar. Now Mangia is going to be running for two here. He just gets
very
one.
Poor fielding by Salim Malik. Tried a one-handed pickup and has given 2 runs. Shoaib and Wasim will be very unhappy with that.
227 for 5. India. Shoaib Akhtar running in for the last delivery of this innings to Robin Singh. Robin Singh tries to pull away. It's going to be airborne. He could just be caught here. They're running. The captain takes the catch. Wasim Akram, and India finish at 227 for 6 from their 50 overs. Robin Singh, the last man out, caught Akram, bowled Akhtar for 16.
Attempted Yorker, made into a full toss, hit high. A skyer which Wasim runs from wide of mid-off and takes a relatively simple catch. Well judged.
Australia Indian batting 95 for 1 at one point. The eventual total of 227 for 6 was disappointing. Top contributions from Dravid and Azharuddin after Tendulkar got them off to a good start. But would 227 be enough?
So here's the first ball of the Pakistani reply. Srinath bowling to Saeed Anwar. And immediately Pakistan are away with a boundary. Debashish Mahanti is going to open the bowling from the Stretford end. Right in the slot for him. It was wide and a half volley. Anwar helped himself. In the air and just wide of the man at square leg. It's going to be 4 more for Anwar. Srinath to Afridi. Well, they say if you're going to flash, flash hard. No chance at all for the captain, a second slip. He started rattling along at the start of their innings. That's in the air and that is out. And they have the wickets that they so desperately wanted. Kumble's the catcher. Afridi has gone 19 for 1 in the 3rd over. That's the boost that India needed.
Did they? And Afridi was living dangerously. Here again, trying to hit this off the back foot. The ball bouncing on him a little extra. And this time, in Kumble's reach. It's just what the Indians wanted. They've got an early wicket out of Afridi. Can be a dangerous player. 19 for 1.
Ijaz Ahmed is the new batsman. There's Srinath to Ijaz. And Ijaz is away straight away. And he's going to pick up a boundary. Oh, Pakistan are being very, very positive. Well, it's another lovely stroke. May well not be 4. Here's the fielder. And they come back for 3. Ijaz on strike to face Mohanty for the first time. Umpire Steve Buckner's being asked the question.
Well, when you see Steve Buckner in that fashion, you always get the feeling, even as a commentator, that something's going to happen. You've seen him even in the past raise his finger a little late, but good decision here. This would have gone down. As a bowler, you continue appealing because you never know when that arm might go up.
Oh, again, Anwar so quickly into position. He picked up the length of that straight away. He hasn't played that well so far during this World Cup, but he looks in good form this afternoon, Saeed Anwar.
Bowler is Mohanty, the batsman is Ijaz. Now airborne and dropped, and badly dropped there by Ramesh at mid-on. Should have been taken. A couple of pats in the back, but that would not be acceptable by the Indian team.
Yes, it is a very simple catch. Very difficult to keep us cool at this time. Ijaz tries to hit it down the wicket, tries to get a lot of power behind it, mistimes it, and maybe that could be the only reason that Ramesh could have dropped that one. Didn't come onto him as quickly as he expected. Agony.
Now there's another loud shout here from Mohanty. Hired David Shepherd unmoved, except to tell them that the ball is sliding down the leg. But Mohanty again, in the noise, he's making every effort here to get a second wicket for India. This is the drop catch. Ramesh should have taken that. I tell you, Mohanty is agonized.
Well, after that dropped catch, this was the next one. Leg before appeal, so close to being out here, just missing the leg stump. And missing the leg stump only by centimeters, I can assure you.
Javigal Srinath bowling these maybe leg cutters, but he has the ability to cut the ball back into the right-handed batsman, and he's caught. Beautiful delivery. Just as we were saying that he could get the ball to cut away a little bit, Javigal Srinath allows Ijaz to get an edge as our Indian captain at second slip snaps it up. Pakistan lose their second wicket. It's 44 for 2.
India has played some brilliant cricket in the last 2 overs. Debashish Mohanty gave a torrid time to Ijaz Ahmed, but this is the man who gets the reward. But good bowling as well by Jawagal Srinath. Short of length, just cutting away from Ijaz. Well, the last couple of overs were absolute misery for Ijaz. He ultimately departs on the score of 11. It's 2 wickets down for 44.
The new batsman is Salim Malik with the number 3 on his back. 17 balls and 13 minutes since the last run was scored from the bat. Mohanty again to Salim Malik, just in front of Azhar that dropped. Azhar normally catches everything that comes to hand, but that one was just short. Bounce maybe a foot or two in front of him.
Exceptional slip fielder is the Indian captain, and especially when it comes to low catches like these. If he hasn't taken it, the reason is that the ball has pitched in front of him, didn't carry to the edge and the lower part of the bat, so there was hardly any bounce for it to carry all the way, and in the end quite safe.
Venkatesh Prasad coming in to Salim Malik from the stretch foot end. Drives well away from the body, but he's probably going to get two, he's probably going to get three here. It's four, that's very well timed. Venkatesh Prasad again to Salim Malik. This is going to be very close. Umpire Buckner eventually gives him out LBW. That has been a very long, painful decision. That took a long time, but India have gotten their third wicket. Salim Malik is out. LBW to Prasad for 6, and it's 52 for 3.
This is some very good spell of seam bowling by the Indians. Mohanty, Srinath and now Prasad getting into the act. Good example of what to do when the ball is fairly hard on a helpful wicket. Keep it right up, get it to move off the seam, and on that occasion came into Malik, got him plumb in front, had to wait a long time for the decision. It's gone for 6 and it's 52 for 3.
The new batsman is going to be Inzamam ul Haq. Hits the ball well, but always seemed to feature somewhere in runouts. Big man, but does not move very quickly. Mohanty to Inzamam. This is going to be quick. Said Anwar, I think, decides he's going to run and be safe. Inzamam reacts and gets there eventually. Mohanty into Said Anwar, chips this over mid-on. It goes right down to long on, and that's 4. Just 2 bounces before it gets over the rope. Mohanty, the ball coming into the left hand, and therefore it is something of a free hit. Said Anwar continues onslaught. Mohanty into him, and that's played away from the body, but that could even be 4. Just through the extra cover region. Jadeja tried, couldn't get there, and once it hit the grass, that actually accelerated. The Pakistanis celebrate, and there are 2 4s in succession now for Anwar.
Out. Well, just for a second, it seemed as if Azharuddin might have spilt it. Said Anwar has gone, and look at the huddle, Ravi Shastri. India really believe they can win this match.
Well, this is a brilliant catch by the Indian captain. He was standing wide at first slip, and those edges really come thick and fast. Now watch his reaction here. Good delivery by Prasad, slanting it across the right-hander. Left-hander Anwar, and Mohammad Azharuddin making no mistake. Said Anwar really not getting his foot out there to the pitch of the ball, but it doesn't matter. This is a huge blow for Pakistan. Indians will be delighted. 65 for 4.
The new batsman is Azhar Mahmood, the 24-year-old. Prasad to Mahmood. Well, let's beat the fielder at cover point. That'll be 4.
Very firmly hit, squared drive off the back foot. Azhar Mahmood, a very fine upcoming cricketer for Pakistan.
There's Bobby Simpson, now one of the coaches to India, who of course steered Australia to World Cup triumph in 1987 and to the runners-up spot last time. And that's out. What a very well taken catch from Nayan Mongia. Azhar Mahmood is out. And it's 78 for 5 now in the 25th over. Pakistan have real problems.
Well, this is the danger of getting yourself stuck, where they weren't scoring any runs and something out of the ordinary happened. The ball bounced a little bit more than expected from Kumble, and a very good catch taken by Mongia.
78 for 5. Well, here's Pakistan's lower order talisman.
Anil Kumble here will continue. 3 overs with just 6 runs before this. And firmly struck by Moin. 1 bounce over the rope. That's the first boundary for 7 overs.
And Moin Khan has already had 200 runs for this World Cup, an average of 50. Look at that strike rate, 116.2.
Once again, he'll look for 2. He'll get it. Good placement. So Robinson continuing here. He's taken the aerial route. He's gone miles up in the air. Comes back for 3. So the 100 coming up for Pakistan with that hit from Moin Khan. Kenny nearly chopped it on. That's beaten Mongia. And that's up in the air, and that's over the boundary as well. That sails into the crowd. That's a Moin Khan special.
Well, Moin Khan has decided that enough is enough. This is a slog sweep. It goes high and hard over mid-wicket. It goes into the crowd even. Those kinds of shots are what Pakistan needed this time. Inzamam says, yes, let's go from here.
Now to wait for the umpire signal. This will reach the boundary. No signal from the umpire, so Moin Khan getting some bat on it.
Kumble actually spears this down the leg side. Just a fine inside edge. Very good umpiring. Umpire David Shepherd had this in the sights immediately, and it just took the edge and the pace, took it down to fine leg.
That's the reason why it went quickly to the fence.
Moin Khan having a good look round the field. There's a deep square leg and a long on. And here he is facing Prasad. In the air, could be caught, is caught. Sachin Tendulkar celebrates, and Moin Khan, who has caused so many teams so many problems in this World Cup, has gone, and India really are in the ascendancy. Pakistan 124 for 6 in the 35th.
Well, the Indians know how important this wicket is. He really was the danger man at this stage. Short ball, attempted maybe a slow delivery, and this is really what he didn't want. In the end, just pulled the ball down towards that fielder. Sachin Tendulkar, very simple catch to him. We're absolutely sure that he had everything behind that ball. It's The danger man is gone. This time not really making much of an impact for 33. It's 124 for 6.
Prasad to Razak. Oh, that's gone a long way. That's going to be 6. Oh, it's a fantastic pickup shot from Abdul Razak. Well, we've been mentioning that he can bat. He's hurt himself in the process. I think he may have pulled a muscle. Has he pulled his right hamstring?
There was a bit of Moin Khan in that shot. This is really a shot that you'll see more and more batsmen starting to play, especially against good bowlers with a bit of pace.
And dropped by the person in the red 3 rows back. And Moin Khan is going to come out and run for Abdul Razak. Singh into Inzamam. Now Moin Khan is looking for a second. Inzamam's going to have to hurry. It was well run in the end. Just for a second. It seemed as if Inzamam might be struggling.
Srinath to Razak.
He's bowled him. And immediately the change of bowler reaps dividends for India. Razak is clean bowled. Pakistan 146 for 7 at the start of the 40th over. Razak is out, and it's going to take some innings from Wasim Akram to come in and Inzamam to turn this around for Pakistan.
Well, this is the perfect length that Srinath has bowled to a batsman aiming to play a big shot. Just short of a length, not much bounce, so that ball hit the wickets. Just what they wanted. Abdul Razak would have threatened the Indians. It's gone for 11. Score now 146 for 7.
So here is the captain, Wasim Akram. Kuble starts a new over to Inzamam. Now Wasim's looking for 2. Safely home. 150 up.
This will go to the boundary.
Very lucky snag by Inzamam, almost carried to the keeper. Very fortunate to get that 4 runs, almost got out there. The breakthrough India needed to seal Pakistan's fate. An outside edge, almost carried here, just missing the gloves. Good luck for Pakistan, and very unlucky Srinath, who's bowled magnificently today.
Pakistan captain now on strike. Srinath going round the wicket to Wasim Akram. And that's played away on the offside. This will be another boundary. In fact, it almost went all the way for 6. Inzamam back on strike to Prasad. And wrapped on the pads. Up goes the finger. You could see the nod from Steve Buckner. Again, the length of Venkatesh Prasad, spot on. And Inzamam looking to hit across the line. Spot plumb in front of his stumps.
Full marks to Azhar for persisting with, or making Prasad to come back to bowl. He's done the job, he's got the breakthrough, he's got Inzamam, the danger man, out. It's a really poor shot. Might have been a little unlucky, hit him outside the line. But that's not what the umpire thought. So Pakistan in trouble now.
So Saqlain Mushtaq is the new man out there for Pakistan. That's plumb too. He's missed it all together. There was no doubt about that.
Well, that's all over for Pakistan. Only 1 wicket to come. Asking rate over 8 and over. Indians ecstatic. Writings on the wall. Dejected Saqlain Mushtaq, LBW to off a straight ball, really. Completely missed it. And Pakistan now 9 down. That, I think, came off the pad. 4 runs to the Pakistani total, but I'm afraid it's not going to be enough.
That's up in the air. Fielder coming underneath it. Taken straight to Kumble in the deep. India have won the match by 48 runs.
Well, the Pakistan innings never really got into its stride. Saeed Anwar hinted at a return to form. Moin Khan did his best to get things on schedule. But a long but uncertain contribution from Inzamam. In the end, though, Pakistan well beaten. Good performance all round from India's bowlers, but the match winner was Prasad, 5 for 27, his best ever figures in one-day internationals, and it earned him the Man of the Match award. He'll treasure that, coming as it did against Pakistan, and India will treasure the 47-run victory it keeps their World Cup.
As we see Zaheer Khan quite focused out there, he'll bowl the first delivery of this game. Plays the call from the umpire. No ball, Pakistan off the mark. That's put away by Saeed Anwar. A little shot from Srinath. Not entirely timed to perfection, but still first runs of the bat for Pakistan, and Saeed is away. Nice drive. That's a solid blow. And that'll be first 4 for Pakistan. Crashing shot. Late cut. Yeah, amazing shot.
Well played, nice and straight. That's a good shot. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Bat on ball. Good timing. The outfield is just a little bit on the slow side. It's going to make it though. Important boundary, that one.
Beautifully played once again. Hitting the ball in the up and getting the ball in the right area.
Got it. What a good delivery. Too late on it. Shafiq Umar has had his timber disturbed. That is a huge wicket. That's the first one down. And the Indian supporters and the players obviously are ecstatic. Short ball, he's gone for it and he's hit it beautifully. That is a very, very good shot. Just the one bouncing over the rope. Shot. Great shot. Very, very well played by Saeed Anwar. Slightly overpitched that time and it got the treatment. Good stroke. Square of the wicket. Good shot. That'll run away for 4. Excellent stroke.
Yes, and that's a brilliant catch. Out of the blue, Rahul Dravid has taken a stunner. Gone over the top. First ball that is faced. One bounce and then trickles onto the boundary rope. Oh, there could be a run out here. Good throw and he's gone. The finger goes up. And yet again, we see Inzamam ul Haq being run out. That should be 4. Hit well enough. And that will bring up Saeed Anwar's 50. He's been quite superb this morning. That spears the narrowest of gaps on the offside. Saeed Anwar continues his golden run.
Well played, nice and fine. Third man has got some work to do. He's not going to get there.
This is Srinath. Beautiful shot. But out.
clipped off his pads, and just as Ramiz and I were talking about the importance of Yusuf Yohana staying out there, he's chipped one straight down deep square leg throat. There it is, his 20th one-day international century, and I guess if you're going to get 100, get 100 against India in an atmosphere such as this. What an outstanding innings.
Bowl it, clean him up. Lovely Yorker from Ashish Nehra. Indians were looking for a breakthrough, and they've got it in the 40th over. Very quick, on target, little lazy in anticipating that length. Played all round it. But a wonderful innings.
Well, he's had a bit of luck, but he's got 4 for it. And I guess that's all that matters. Way, here we go. Takes him on straight away. He will not let him bowl to it. Here we go. But it's gone up too high. It hasn't got the distance on it. It's 2 under it. It's safely caught. Brave but clever. And, more importantly, successful.
That's a good hit. A lovely hit inside out. One bounce over the rope. Now that's gone away fine. He's got some bat on it.
He's gone after the bowler in that particular region. 4 runs.
Goes for the big one. Dinesh Mongia coming underneath it. And he takes it comfortably. That's well played. Powerfully struck. Beats the man at deep point. Just what Pakistan wanted this stage. Akram getting the boundary. And again, beautifully placed. And this is a terrific finish for Pakistan. Consecutive boundaries will take them to 273. And that is a score they'll settle for after winning the toss and deciding to bat first.
And the great Wasim Akram is about to start proceedings from the West Line end. And a little bit of swing coming back in towards Sachin Tendulkar. He'll be the key wicket, of course.
Tendulkar on his way in spanking fashion. Gets that away. It's gone away fine and into the boundary. And he goes after that one, and it's 6.
Shoaib Akhtar fast and furious, allowing the batsman that width, and Sachin Tendulkar has cashed in on it big time. That's gone away in a flash. That is cricket at its best. Being made to stretch, and really hats off for middling that wide one from Shoaib.
Superb shot. Yunus Khan, the fielder. That's something Pakistan can ill afford at the start. Oh, that's glorious. That's been struck with tremendous power. In the air, taken. Waqar Yunus getting the ball pitched up. Sehwag going on the drive, hitting it uppishly. Afridi making no mistake. Has wrapped on the pads. That is close. Easy take up. That was always going to be out. Caught on the crease.
That's out. No, it isn't put down. Oh, how Pakistan might live to rue that. Abdul Razak.
You could see Wasim Akram telling Abdul Razak he should have been on the circle, the edge of the circle. If he was there, that would right down his throat.
On the ground. Quality stroke. Quality stroke. Great effort, but it's gone for 4. Through mid-wicket. Wonderful hands. And there might be an inquiry there. But they've run 4 anyway. Great running. Me. Beautiful. 50 in 37 balls. And he's come back for the second, and he'll get 4 more. 6 will be signalled all along the ground. Didn't have time to say on the sling. Another exquisite stroke from Tendulkar. 88 for 2. Beautiful shot from Kaif this time. Shoaib trying to go full. Kaif up to it. And it continues. That'll run away for 4 as well. Only just, but it will. That's away. That's a good shot as well. Gee, that's a beautiful shot. A little bit leg side from Waqar Younis, a dispatch for 4. And again, glorious stroke again. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Overpitched by Waqar Younis, and it goes straight back past him for 4. That's away. Gee, I don't think it went exactly where Sachin minutes ago, but he'll take him. Straight back past the bowler for 4. No ball as well, so that'll be 5 runs. Great shot again from Tendulkar. What a treat this is to watch. That's a beautiful shot. That's got past him. And it just might run away from him. It does. It's gaining on the fielder. Yes! Bowled him out. Inside edge, I think. But the breakthrough Pakistan needed now. Can they capitalise on that? Waqar Younis calling the men in.
Pretty innocuous delivery, bringing it back and hitting the stumps, and well, major breakthrough now. Can Pakistan capitalise on this?
It's a good shot. It's a great shot. It's picked the gap through extra cover for 4. Stand and deliver. Quick single. He's going to have to go. So he makes it. Moves to 98 now. That obviously just hurt his thigh a little bit.
I think again he's struggling. When he suffered that thigh strain, he was really hobbling. Then for a while, about half an hour, it seemed like he had that matter under control. He was able to work around it. But in the last 5 minutes, it seems like it's got worse. Keeping an eye on the fielder at all times to make sure throw wasn't coming. Yeah, it's getting worse. I'm not sure this is such a great idea. This is a World Cup, few more important matches to come up. There again, trying to get a stretch for himself. I think he should go in for a runner. And only appropriate that you have the clone during the Sehwag running for him.
He's on 98. 98 not out, Tendulkar. Short ball, quick ball, might be out, is out. Shoaib Akhtar has come back into the attack. The first ball that Tendulkar has faced when he's got a runner, he's been dismissed. Shoaib Akhtar, that was a very, very quick delivery, just under 150 k's per hour, took him by surprise, and he's on his way back. What an end, what a dramatic end to a magnificent knock from Sachin Tendulkar.
This is a great delivery. The break may have just disrupted the concentration of the man. Not 100% fit as well. Shoaib Akhtar comes back after conceding 18 in the first over. Gets an opportunity to come back, and he's done well. So Tendulkar hobbles away. One of the greater innings that you'll see in one-day cricket. 98 of 75 balls, and India 177 for 4.
That's well played. That's a very, very good shot. That's not a bad way to get off the mark. 4 runs to get things going for Yuvraj Singh.
That's driven handsomely through the offside. Yuvraj doesn't bother to run. That's in the air. He gets some bat on it, and this will race away to the boundary. That's a poor delivery from Shahid Afridi.
Thank you, Ravi. As we see that one go away to the boundary, so Indians now moving very, very nicely. Nice drive. Well, he's a sweet timer of the ball, Yuvraj Singh. And he'll enjoy this from Shahid Afridi.
That is a fine stroke. Just eased it through the covers for 4. Very, very well played, and the flags are flying all over the show.
That's a beautiful stroke.
There's the 50. Single to bring up his 50. Yuvraj Singh can be very, very proud of this knock. Short ball. Has he put it away? Yes, he has. That's it. India have done it. A boundary to finish things. The crowd here at Supersport Park, Centurion, are going absolutely berserk. What a terrific performance by India. Rahul Dravid, a very sensible knock from him. Saurav Ganguly is getting all the accolades off the field. And interaction from the players, Pakistanis, big smiles and shaking the hands of Rahul Dravid and Yuvraj Singh. The end of what has been a classic encounter. It's been a terrific game of cricket, and India win by 6 wickets.